Good everyone, I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Welcome to another episode of 10 p.m. University. So today's topic is a bit different. It's inspired from COVID-19. The reason why I wanted to make this video, I've been talking to a lot of people. I mean, some very close to me. Some are, the people I've known for years, my previous coworkers or whatnot, right? One of the common theme, right, among all these people, right, they were anxious. They were a bit concerned about this COVID-19 crisis going on in the world. Of course, from the health point of view, as well as from an economic point of view. So they're more concerned from an economic point of view, right? They are scared about the jobs, they're scared about the financial well-being, they're even scared about the mental health, right? Which is a very important topic. You know, everyone should be talking about it. I once made the 10 p.m. University podcast about it. If you're interested, please go and check it out. It's very important that we should get around the stigma about mental health. So today's topic is not about mental health. As a matter of fact, it's something else. So today's topic is about the benefit of having a positive attitude, right? As I mentioned, right, this video is, this podcast or whatever you wanted to say, is inspired from a COVID-19 crisis that's happening around the world. So as a human being, we have something which is very special, which differentiate us from a regular animal, you know, the animals which you see. That's the power of choice, right? We have the power of choice. We have power to believe the way we want. We have power to think the way we want, right? You have a power to be either pessimistic or you have a power to be an optimistic, right? So that's your choice at the end of the day, right? And with all due respect, all I wanted to say that, S can hit the fan anytime in the world, right? We had, Spanish flu in 1920s. Then we had, 9/11. Then we had a financial crisis of 2008, 2009. World has gone through a lot of bad things, and we even had a world war, right? Back in the days, right? And then we had a Yugoslavia war happen. So a lot of bad things happen. But in spite of that, you will see certain people, right? They shine out of it, right? They've gone through a lot of hardship in their life, but still there's something among those people that makes it tick, right? When you look at them, you get inspired, right? Mother Teresa is one of the classic examples. She spent her whole life looking after, the people in India, right? The poorer side of India. She spent all of her, the better part of her young age, she devoted for, serving well. What better example you can find of a positive attitude, someone who sacrificed her entire life, for a cause that's to help human beings, right? So that's where the positive attitude comes in the picture. I wanted to tell you guys the advantage of having a positive attitude. Hope you will find some benefit out of today's session because I wanted to spread the message. I know that we are having, a crisis situation around the world where many are losing their jobs, many small businesses are shutting down. Right, I understand that things are going bad for certain part of the world. But that being said, I'm not telling you look, follow what I'm asking you to do, but I'm just saying with due respect, that please give it a try to see, if you can make any difference, right? At the end of the day, we all can be, pessimistic, right? It's the easiest thing to do, right? Fall in the trap. Let's say no one loves me, no one cares about me, my life is doomed, right? It's very easy to feel that way. It's pretty okay to feel that way because we are human beings. We go through different emotions at time, right? But what I'm trying to say is that it's just a simple request. If you could, spend 10 minutes today to think about the positive things that happen in your life. Anything positive, right? Could be something. Maybe the birth of your child. Maybe the smile, of your child. Maybe something, a good thing your partner might have said to you in a day. Some positive things, right? Maybe, you've helped someone, a previous week. Maybe you brought smile in someone else's life, right? These sort of things are positive things, right? You have helped someone at certain point of time. Think about it, right? And think about it, what were your reaction, right? Very positive at that time, very negative at that time, right? So today's topic is just to bring more clarity to to the benefits of having a positive attitude. So number one, right, it will help your relationship. Right, imagine you are in a place where you are in a dynamics with your a partner where you try to see everything positive about that. About your partner, right? About your spouse or about your child. There any relationship you share with anybody. It's not necessarily mean with your partner. It could be with your parents. It could be with your coworkers. It could be with your best mate. It could be with anybody, right? It could be with your boss. It could be with anybody. Imagine if you are a kind of person who always try to bring the positive energy, or if you always try to see everything through a positive framework, right? Imagine the impact you can bring on other person, right? Imagine the relationship that imagine the impact on the relationship, right? And imagine, let me give a very simple scenario, right? You're working with your, let's say, from a corporate scenario, you're having a tough time in your work, and your boss comes to you and says, "Look, what's going on?" And if you're someone who's struggling with a lot of things at the time, and if you're someone who are very pessimistic, you can say to boss, "Look, it's not working out, this is not doing, I was not expected to do this, I was not wanted to do this, I want to expect yada 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 yada." You will put across like 50 bad stuff, and your boss probably might have had a very bad or rough day, and the last thing you want to do to hear everything bad. On the other hand, if you're someone very positive, you can always say, "Look, I'm having a rough day, but I think I can pull through it. I mean, I'm going to work on this to do this. I think I can make a difference on this." Everyone loves to work with such kind of people because you're bringing something new to the table, right? You're bringing a positive attitude, right? And every boss loves to work with someone who is very positive, right? Because you're helping that person, to do things, because he don't want to deal with the everyday negativity, because he or she is having her own bad day at her own side, at their own side of things, right? So, and not just only with the work, even with your partner, right? Your partner might have had a very bad day, and the last thing you wanted to bring is the pessimistic approach there. And so your partner will say, "Look, he or she doesn't even give a damn about what I'm going to say," right? If you're someone who brings the positive energy, who has a positive attitude to listen and to understand what the other person goes through, it actually helps with the relationship, right? Think about it. Better productivity, right? So this is my favorite point, right? If you're someone who try to see positive in everything you do, you will find a great solution to the problem you're working with, right? That means you will become super productive at whatever you're doing. If you're someone, right, who's stuck up with a problem and say, "Look, I can't solve this, I can't solve this, I can't solve this," if you feed this to your brain every single day, at one point of time, you will reach a stage where your brain say, "You know what, bugger off, I can't do it either," right? Is that really what you want? If you're someone who's very positive, you say, "Look, I know we're having a problem there. I know it's complicated. I know it's taking a lot of my time, but I think we can have a breakthrough. Let me give one more try. Let me have the distraction." Like, I'm a kind of person, like, I like distractions. When I get stuck with a problem, I'd love to go for a walk because it always gives me a different perspective. I like to see different people on the street. It brings different perspective, right? And it's sometimes workout helps. Whatever is your game, whatever that works for you, go for it, right? But please have a positive attitude. I know at times things get super tough, and it's you might say, "Oh, it's easy for this guy to say." Trust me, I've been through a lot of things in my life that, so I don't want to use that word, but you know what I'm trying to say. So in spite of that, I was in a stage in my life where I used to see everything through pessimistic, glasses, right? I used to say, "Oh, this is not working, that's not working, that really didn't work out for me." That backfired in many. It didn't work out for me in my relationship, didn't work out for me in my career, from the workplace, it didn't work out for me in relationship with my mates. So it took me a long time to realize it, right? It didn't even work out to be in a relationship with my own mom and dad to begin with, right? So, it took time for me to analyze, right? But what I'm trying to say from my own experience, if you're someone who has a very positive attitude, you will bring the best into the table, right? Your productivity will go up because you're not wasting your time thinking about what might happen if I do this, if I do that. If you're someone very positive, you'll see no matter whatever it takes, we're going to hit it harder as much as we can, right? So that will push you to your limit where your true potential, right? That's exactly what every company is looking for, right? As someone who brings a strong positive attitude, which lifts their game as well as helps company make more money. At the end of the day, every organization is there to make money, right? And they always prefer to work with someone who has a positive attitude, who inspire people around them, right? Nobody wants to work with somebody who is always in the negative, who put the other people down. Absolutely not. I don't want to work with someone, right? It's just as simple as that. Okay, point number 3. A positive person, right? Someone who is very optimistic, who has a very positive attitude, have a very strong self-belief. That person believes no matter whatever happens, I know that I can pull it through. I know that I can make a difference. I know that things are going tough for me, but I know that I can do this one. I know I can do this, right? Such kind of person are really an asset to everywhere. You know, would you like to surround yourself with a person who's always all the time ranting about things that's not going on with their life? Or would you like to surround yourself with a person who at times do rant, but most of the time they're very positive, they talk about the good side of their life, they even motivate you at the same time to, you know, to think things from a positive view, right, rather than a pessimistic approach, right? So would you be more comfortable being surrounded by those kind of people, or would you be more comfortable surrounded by more pessimistic person who always like to say, no, it's not going to work out. You know, it's not going to work out. Oh, no, it's not going to work out. Oh, no, it's not going to work out. I know that that person did that person did that, yada, 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 yada. It's not going to work out. So would you be comfortable surrounded with, I'm not. You know, sometimes if you have mates who always doubt themselves, I mean, as a good mate, I mean, you can always help them to say, look, it's not always good to doubt yourself, because we all are born with a gift and talent, right? Life is special on this planet, right? Everyone is born with an extraordinary talent. The problem is only few realizes it, right? And rest of them are falling into this rat race or trap or whatever you call. It's not. Is it really working out for our planet? Absolutely not. We do not want more negative people on this planet, right? We want all the 7 billion to be extremely positive, have positive attitude. I'm telling you, this COVID-19 will make many people extremely rich. I mean, they will invest in real estate. They know that business is going to give the scam. They will make use of all the opportunity to make them rich. And on the other hand, there are people they will make extremely poor. You know what the difference between is the attitude. The people who are going to be extremely rich have extremely high, strong, positive attitude and a high pain tolerance. They know whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. They have very, very, very strong self-belief. So, choice is yours, who you want to be. You want to be on the side of the team where you see them losing all the time, or you want to be a side of the team where you can see yourself growing and even inspire at the same time to grow with you, right? Because I always believe in, you know, growing as well as to help other people grow along with me. That's the beauty, right? Because you can't, it's very lonely out there if you are the only one person successful, right? Imagine a lot of people who you like, who you care about are super successful like you, and you know, you are not going anywhere alone because you're taking them with you. That's exactly what I'm saying, that it's very important to have a self-belief. Okay, right. My another point is stress management, right? People who are always pessimistic, they're always stressed about it. Oh, what's gonna happen? What if I lose my job? What if, you know, she walks away from me? What if he walks away from me? What if my kids don't like me? What if yada yada, what yada yada, this that this that you name it. Right? And they get extremely stressed, and they stop looking after their body. They get a lot of weight. They don't care. I mean, they're gonna start getting heart issues. They're gonna get, you know, they get sleep disorders. You name it, right? Where all they have to do just one thing: be positive, right? I mean, just say, look, whatever happens, it happens, right? I have a power to choose whatever the way I wanted to think, right? And sometimes you don't have any control, right? You can't control the things around you at times. There are certain things which you can control. So focus on something which you can control. That is the way you can think, the way you can act, the way you can believe in yourself. That's the thing you have superpower on, right? That's the thing you can control. If you're someone who says, look, the world, COVID is happening. You have no control over it, mate. I mean, no matter whatever you try to say, you have no control over COVID, right? Only thing you can have control over is your health, the way you can act, the way you can, maintain isolation when the government asks you to do that. There are certain things as a good citizen of a country you can follow, right? And at the same time with a positive attitude, thinking that things will improve, and can I do something to make it, better, and can I do something to, contribute to the economy of a country, right? There are a lot of millions of things you can do if you wanted to think about it, right, in a positive way. And at the same time, there are a lot of millions of things you can do to ruin your own health and health about the people around you, right? Make them frustrated, make yourself frustrated, and make your employer frustrated, make your boss frustrated, make your mates frustrated, make everyone frustrated, right? Even make your neurons go crazy, like what the heck this guy is doing even at this point of time, right? Yeah, so the choice is yours, positive attitude. You might hear everyone in the world say, have positive attitude. The word positive, right? It means a lot, right? It can do a lot of positive thing in your life. Your brain get wired if you keep on feeding your brain every day. Look, I think everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make it work. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna focus on my health. I'm gonna focus on my family. I'm gonna focus on doing great things. I'm gonna focus on helping people. Positivity, 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 positivity everywhere around the world. You will see the world is changing. It only takes one person to make a difference, right? And one person, you can inspire others. Other person will inspire other. And the cycle of change continues. So my main aim of starting this 10 p.m. university is just to help you around. I mean, you might have listened to different speakers. That's great. I mean, I do listen to Tony Robbins at time. I listen to other motivation speakers. They've inspired me a lot. And that's great. I still find that people at times get, demotivated. They slide to the pessimistic side of things. I just sometimes fail to understand why. Because, we got a lot of things out there which tells you not to do it, but still people do it. I understand that's a human nature. At times I do feel upset about certain things, but then I try to tell my brain, look, is it really working out? What does being upset gonna solve anything, right? You're gonna waste your time, and instead of focusing on the things which you can do to improve it, if you get more upset, it's like a catch 2022 thing, what you can say, where you are got in a trap, and to get out the trap, you have to, break the trap, something like that, right? And then, but the more you think about the trap, the more you get trapped into the trap, right? So, how do you get out of it? The only way you can get out is just keep on fighting and have a positive attitude and believe in yourself that things will improve, right? You are the only one who can have full control over your life. I mean, I can't tell you what you should do, right? Because everyone is grown up. They're grown up adults. We're living in a first world society. I mean, I'm talking from a New Zealand perspective, and we live in a free world. Everyone can do whatever they want. You are the master of your own destiny, right? So all I'm trying to say is that please give a thought about being positive. I know that some people will say, look, I lost my job. What do you expect me to be positive about it? Well, maybe that's a positive thing happened to you. Maybe you are a kind of person who can shine in other stuff, right? And maybe you were ignoring it because of whatever commitments you had. Maybe it's the right time, right? And maybe, in the COVID time, many people, who were not getting enough time for doing whatever things, right? Maybe it's the right time, right? Think about it from that point of view. Right? You got that extra time. Time is the most valuable currency. If you're having an extra time in your life to do something else, that is a blessing, right? Right? I'm not religious, but still, I use the word blessing. But I'm just, what I'm trying to say. I mean, it is a positive thing. Right. That being said, that's all I wanted to talk about today. So if you like my channel, that's my Instagram. And if you like to subscribe, you're most welcome to do that. I'm going to, from next week, because today is Sunday, right? So from Tuesday, I'm going to talk about health. That's because the next week is fully focused on health. So we're going to talk about vitamins, minerals, different kind of stuff, natural health, because I'm not going to get into too much of medical stuff because I'm not a medical professional and I can't even pronounce the medical word. I'm going to talk about the supplements I use, how you can, help yourself, with, a lot of things, right? There are a lot of things you can help by doing simple things. I'm not saying that they're going to replace the medical stuff what's out there. Absolutely not. Medical technology is so advanced, it's helped improve our lives. I'm just saying the extra stuff you can do on the side, right? But as usual, as I often say, you need to check with your doctor, right? There are certain things that works for me, may not works for you, right? So I'm just going to bring out the scientific benefits of using it based on research done by Harvard, done by Stanford, done by MIT. So all kind of stuff. I'm going to bring it to you guys, so that you can understand the significance of having great health and the stuff you can do to improve it, right? Using things you can find in nature and that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk about today, right? If you find this session valuable, share this with your friends, put a like, put a comment, whatever you wanted to do, right? It's your channel, use it the way you want. Use it, spread the message, right? Because, I want you to join my team so that we can change the world. Let's change the world. Let's impact the world in a positive way, right? Imagine, you all being the co-founder of world-changing organization, which is going to be fantastic, right? Come and join me in this journey where we're going to touch billions of lives, right? Think about it. Would you be comfortable saying when you in the last stage of your life that you have touched billions of lives, or would you be comfortable to say, look, I wish I could have helped somebody, right? If you wanted to help, come and join me, right? Come and join this this adventure, or what we can say, our fun we'll be having, to spread the awareness, right? We're not doing anything fancy. What I'm saying to you guys is all up there. Just putting it into a mode or a channel where you can, where everyone can log in and, take the opportunity to learn few stuff, right? Because I'm fortunate I got an opportunity to learn from many people. So I'm just going to share that with you guys. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, with that saying, enough of talking. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Adios and greetings from New Zealand. Bye.